Hello, welcome to Roslyn. My name is Roslyn Nelson. On this channel, I talk about how to relocate to the United Arab Emirates, especially as an health professional. But in this particular video, I'll be talking about a topic that everyone that wants to relocate can relate with. This is a season known as the Japa season. Everybody wants to Japa. A lot of people are leaving the country at an alarming rate. Most people have decided enough is enough of the frustration in their own countries and it is time they Japa. So in this video, I'll be talking about things you need to know before you Japa. Now, what do I mean by Japa? The word Japa has become more like one of our vocabularies in the past few years, especially in Nigeria. When I searched on Google, Japa is a Yoruba word meaning to run away, a quick escape, to run away. So when you hear me saying Japa, just know that I mean to relocate. So what are those things you need to know before you take a move, before you take that bold step to relocate? I can't deny the fact that people are going through a lot and it can take a toll on one's mental and emotional well-being. Hence, the increase in the rate of people relocating. Relocation is a transition to a new life. Humans are movers. We move, we travel, we sightsee. Most people have seen relocation as a solution to their frustration, but know that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Now let's talk about the spiritual perspective of relocation. There is a difference between the confidence movement in faith and the craving movement of frustration. Abraham was called the father of faith because he heard God, and God told him, go to a land that I will show you. Even though he did not know the land, but he heard God and he went in faith. What has God told you about that relocation? Are you just moving because of the frustration of the land, or you are moving because God told you to do so? The first way to start is to take it to God in prayer and to seek the face of God. If God is in it, He will definitely make ways for you where there is no way. This was the mistake Elimelech and Naomi made. They did not seek the face of God when they left Bethlehem of Judah to Moab. Bethlehem means a house of bread. So they left the house of bread because there was famine in the land at that moment, and they went to Moab. There in Moab, they were expecting to have a better life. That was why they moved. That was why they relocated. But reverse was the case. Naomi lost her husband Elimelech and also lost her 2 sons right in the land. Now Naomi was left alone empty, and she had to go back to Bethlehem with Ruth. She lost everything. When she got to Bethlehem, the women were like, oh, is that not Naomi? But she replied in Ruth chapter 1 verse 20 and 21. She said, do not call me Naomi, but call me Mara, because the Almighty has dealt quite bitterly with me. In verse 21, I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. All this happened because she did not seek God's face. Had it been she had sought the face of God, probably God would have told her, oh, this is not the right time to go. And remember, Boaz remained in the land of Bethlehem, and there the Lord blessed him. So the truth is, it is not a matter of relocating. It is a matter of, is God backing it up? Is God saying, oh, this is the right time to move? What is God saying about the country to relocate to? Have you asked yourself, why do I even want to travel in the first place? Which country do I want to travel to? Some people will say, let me just leave this country. Any country, like, let me just leave the shore of this country. I don't mind if it is this. I don't mind if it is that. Desperate people, they say, do desperate things. And if you don't have a strong why, if you don't know the reason for whatever decision you are taking, if you don't have a strong why Other people's decision becomes your decision. That is when you will say, my friend that is in UK told me that UK is okay and this and that, so let me start processing for UK. Because you don't have a strong why, you are easily swayed by what people around you are saying. You are easily swayed by what majority of people are doing. Majority of people are going to UK, majority of people are going to US, majority of people are going to Canada, so that is where I am going also. My friend told me that when I come to Canada, my salary will be 5,000 Canadian dollars in a month, and you start doing calculations. 5,000 times the exchange rate. Oh, it's a huge sum of money. I need to go to Canada. It's time I start preparing to go to Canada. That friend did not tell you that you will pay taxes. That friend did not tell you that house rent is taking, like, should I say 40 or 50% of the salary. Did not tell you that you will pay bills. And you have calculated and you say, oh, at least every month I will be getting this amount, and things will be better now. Then I would be sending this home. Then I will start building, and you have made calculations on that. What is God saying concerning the issue? Have you taken time to do research even after you have heard God, and God is saying, okay, this is where I want you to go, this is when I want you to go there? Have you taken time to do research? There are lots of informations online. Some are genuine and most of informations are not genuine. So be careful of where you seek information from so that you will not fall into the hand of scammers. Make research. Which is the best route for me? Should I go should I go through the study route? Should I go through express entry? Am I eligible based on the route you want to go through? So make research based on the country you want to go to. How much will the process take? Then you start making plans. Oh, will they require proof of funds? How much proof of funds will be required if you are going alone for one person, if you are going with your spouse, with your husband or wife, if you are going with your children, for one person, 2 people, 3 people, based on your family, the number of your family. How much is the proof of fund that will be needed? Ask yourself, what process can I start from my own country before coming? This is very important, especially as professionals. Some of these advanced countries, you can't just go there and start working as a nurse. You can't just go there and start working as a professional, as a medical doctor, as whatever profession you are in. You know that you have to go through registration, licensing procedure, write the exams, and this can take few months. So know and make research on those things you can do at home, part of the registration you can do at home. It would save you time, it would save you money, it would save you lots of things, so that you wouldn't get to the country you are relocating to and then you start the process. And you know that you can't work in that profession without writing that exam. That means you have to be paying rent first month, second month, third month, till you are done with the exam, and you are not earning money. Then you are spending money, you're wasting money, you're wasting your time. So that if it will take you 3 months to do it, probably you have done some of those processes in your own country, and it would reduce the time that you would spend before getting your license in the country you are relocating to. Make research about the weather. Can you cope with the weather? You are going to Canada. Canada is a cold country. Can you cope there? Can your health carry you in that climate? Where will you stay when you get there? Do you have people that will receive you at the airport? You don't just go to somewhere you don't know without having genuine information. You can't just go there and say, okay, when I get there, I'll start looking for house, I'll start looking for accommodation. I don't know how I'll do it, but let me just go. Make plans. Where will I stay when I get there? Okay, who is going to receive me at the airport? Am I going to lodge in an hotel first while I get an accommodation, or will I find someone to get an accommodation for me so that I will just move in directly when I get there? Make plans so that you will not be stranded. Have you considered the cost of daycare in the country you are going to? Do you know the language they speak there? Can you cope? Can you cope when they are speaking their languages and you don't even understand the language? Another very important thing to consider before relocating is, Am I going with my family or am I going alone? Will my spouse join me later? Will my children join me later? And make concrete plans as to how you are going to see yourself. Is it once in every 3 months, or is it once in every 6 months, or is it once in like that? Just make plans on how you are going to see yourself. Lots of people have traveled for years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and their spouses are in their home countries. Many marriages have broken because of relocation, no concrete plans for visitation. Thank God for churches abroad that encourages their partners to bring their spouses along with them. The truth is that this issue of relocation has cost most marriages more harm than good. So ask yourself, is your marriage strong enough for the move? Even those that travel together, that relocated together with their spouse, are having issues, because when they get to wherever they are relocating to, they discovered, oh, things are not rosy as they thought. They have to work and do overtime, and little by little they discover, oh, we are not having time for church, we are not having time for prayers, and like that, no family time. They have to work overtime to pay bills, and this has affected lots of marriages. So please ask questions. Be sure to make concrete plans before you move. Wherever you go, represent God well, represent your community well, represent your country well. Many innocent people are going through tough times on something they know nothing about, just because some set of people have given their country a bad name. Come to UAE today. Come to UAE today. Come to Dubai today. It is difficult for blacks to get a job just because some set of people have sowed a bad seed. And it's not just limited to the United Arab Emirates. Go to other countries, you will hear stories, you will hear things about blacks doing this, that. And it is affecting even the innocent people in the land. So remember, wherever you go, wherever country you relocate to, represent God, represent your community, represent your country well. Make sure you understand the laws of the country you are relocating to. Ask questions. What are the culture shocks? What are those things that I should expect? And lastly, I would advise, stay where you have a community of people. Make sure you connect with your religious group, your church. Make sure you connect with people of the same nationalities. That does not mean you will not relate with others, but make sure you have a community, people you can call your own, people that can rally around you when you need help, people that can rally around you when you are discouraged, that can encourage you. Find a Bible-believing church and be committed to serving God with them. Thank you for watching thus far. I would say don't be too desperate not to know the why, the how, the what, and the when. If you have gained value from this video, remember to like, share, comment, click on the subscription button, and also click on the notification bell to be notified. Thank you and remain blessed. Till we meet again in the next video. Bye.